Not the cloud.
You
But
got it.
we should have.
You gotta see if the
thought
list
of
is,
that.
should be on.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to,
So let's go back out of,
So to let that person in?
yes.
Oh,
But this is next to the name and hit join.
all right, so we're good now.
Okay.
I have the mouse up I need. I can have people.
Okay. Is Alyssa around?
No.
No?
I believe that.
Not until. Yeah, when it said one, it was me.
Yes. Beautiful red. We like it red.
Yeah, it'll date too.
checked out.
We're gonna start the meeting.
Please rise, remove your hats. All right, thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing while we recognize those who have passed since our last town board meeting. John Ward Blackwood. Deborah Fuentes. Raymond Hemian. Irene Elna McAndrews. Roll call, Mr. Marchetta.
Here.
Well,
Present.
oh,
Here.
and, John Frost is absent tonight. So one absent, 4 attendants. Fire exits are directly behind me here. This is the way we go out if there's a problem during the meeting here. Don't go out there and down the escalator or down the elevator or the steps. Correspondence,
Nothing's.
are there any concerns?
No, we haven't already reviewed.
It's 7:05. We can start with our 7:05 agenda, which is public hearing. The purpose of the public hearing is to review and input and comment from the public. Proposed formation of special district extension to be known as Fort Bend Extension of the town of Worcester. Do I have a motion?
Make that motion. Second.
Mike makes a motion to open, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. At this point, people in the audience, can share any concerns that they have.
Go to the waiting room.
Go up into my list.
Waiting room left.
Well, wait, go to the end by Alyssa's name. It said there was 2 things to. No, up there, admit.
Go. There she is.
We're calling this a team effort, Joe.
Good job,
I
John.
was gonna tell you how to do it, but.
Guys doing a great job. Great job.
So, folks in the audience, got Mr. Richardson here, Bill Richardson from the DEP behind us. I have the Fort Bend locals here.
Hopefully only good.
And Alyssa Burnell from Lavella Engineering, which is the project engineer, is I believe on Zoom. In case anybody has any questions. Anybody?
I want to, I didn't want to, jump in, but.
Yeah, and just maybe for the record, there is a revised map plan report that was prepared by Lavella. It's dated April 25th. The town clerk will have a copy in case anybody wants. I can tell you that, quite frankly, the only revision where there was a typo in one of the last pages, and the budget was adjusted to reflect a couple of increases and the financing of the project before DEP would be making payments. So other than that, there were no material changes in the map plan report, but The town clerk will have a copy available to anybody who wants it for free tomorrow.
And just to make it noted that the DEP pays for the project, not the taxpayers of the town of Warson, so that's obviously something good to know. So, Mr. Richardson, you want to?
Sure, so I just wanted to say that DEP, Deputy Commissioner Rush, Commissioner Agarwala, really appreciate the support of the town of Warsing and the partnership effort that we've had to be able to make over the past decade on preparing for, planning, and designing the repair of the Delaware Aqueduct. It is the single largest repair project in the history of the New York City water supply, which spans over 150 years. It's the most important aqueduct in our system. It delivers on a daily basis almost 50% of the supply of the system, which serves 8 million residents of New York City and an additional 1 million residents in the Hudson Valley, span from Yonkers all the way to High Falls. So it's a very important, vital water supply asset. We believe that the Port Penn extension is the most reliable water supply source to be found during the Delaware Aqueduct repair and for the recovery period that could be up to 2 years after the repair period for the wells and the aquifer. And DEP has committed to funding and agreeing with the town of Warsing in contractual manner for an intergovernmental agreement, as the board mentioned, to cover the capital costs of the project.
Very well stated, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else in the? Yeah, come on up.
May I address a question?
Sure, come on up.
Mr. Richardson?
We can, I think good time.
I just wanted to make sure I understood that, because you had said the 2-year period afterwards, but the water district is in perpetuity after.
The water district is absolutely.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I could.
Yes, and
Permanent.
you know, it's unknown. The recovery of the wells is unknown. So we've had professional consultants from the United States Geological Survey studying the aquifer for at least 10 years, more like 15 years. Then more recently, we had professional consultants from a consortium of engineering firms and renowned hydrogeologists studying the area. So they specifically stated the 8-month duration of the shutdown, and then potentially the risk for up to 2 years of thereafter for aquifer recovery. This isn't for water supply. So the water supply,
I understand.
mitigates that risk. So that's the risk that drives New York City to say the best solution is for us to fund capital improvements and install this water main and this water district to ensure that you as residents of the district will have a clean, reliable source of water. That will be a public water system, will be subject to state standards, county standards. It will, it has to adhere to those and have to meet those in its operation.
I just wanted to make a clarification, have the clarification made about the 2 years.
Yes, the permanent work.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate your question. John?
I'm wondering if our farm will have to pay the commercial rate or can we pay the residential rate?
Establish what the. Your
That's a
property.
good question. I don't think we have any farms in any other water district. I don't know.
Right now, what is it?
It's in the county ag district.
70 and what's the commercial rate for that?
35?
Yeah, something like 70 or 135. What's
Yeah,
the
it's
agreement?
double, I saw.
What's that?
I see it's about doubling and then more for additional water, but.
Right.
So it's in the county ag district and it's in the town ag zone. So there will be some consideration for that.
Jackie's writing down that.
Definitely something we have to look at, Joe. Yeah. That hasn't come up before.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking, isn't there a farm right before the state trooper there? It's on the right-hand side. I can't think of the name.
The honey, dam good honey or.
Well, no, the
No,
other,
it's on the
right
same
behind
side.
there.
Oh,
same side as
I know
ours.
where you're going.
Yeah, I don't,
And then
look
right
at, see,
after, look,
yeah, yeah. We can look into it, honestly, I think that's probably the only farm around. It's in the district.
Anybody on Zoom that wants to speak?
So I would suggest that just formally, we acknowledge that the town has received a revised map plan report, and that's part of the record. And then I would suggest we, extend the public hearing to 2 weeks for our next meeting. We have to get the secret items ready. Technically, we have 2 more days in case anybody else wants to be lead agent other than us, which I doubt. And then I would hope by the next meeting, we'll, have a final map plan report. I doubt it's to be any changes, but maybe. And hopefully we'll have a contract, signed with, by us with, DEP. And I think we'd be prepared at that point to form the district. Then we have to wait 30 days and then the DEP has to, sign the contract. That takes a couple of weeks or a month or so. Go through their channels, but we'd be well on our way and then we start bidding, hopefully in early summer, start construction by end of summer, early fall. Would be perfect. So I would just ask somebody to make a motion to extend the public hearing for 2 weeks.
I'll make a motion, we extend the public hearing for 2 weeks. I'll second
Bill makes that motion and Mike seconds it. All in favor?
it.
Mike,
Folks,
yep. Thank you. So the meeting's not gonna take that long if you want to stay. We have a resolution. That's a roll call vote. Town board by resolution approves the application by ERE Properties LLC. Jan Milberg, SRL 84-1-2-14.20 to become an open development area.
I make the motion. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Joe seconds, it's a roll call vote. Mike,
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
I vote aye, so that's 4 and 1 absent. And we're to approve there's no budget bonds, correct?
Correct.
Number 2 is, we have 3 signatures as audited, motion.
So move.
Who makes the motion?
Second.
Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 3, the April 4th meeting, the April 18th regular audit meeting, the April 22nd workshop meeting.
I move 3 through 5.
Bill makes a motion for 3 through 5. Who seconds it?
I'll second it.
Mike seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
3, 4, and 5. Okay. Number 6, town board to approve an increase in salary for Larry Davidsky, working supervisor at $35.76 per hour for the IBW union contract. The increase is effective as of May 9th.
So move. Second.
Mike makes a motion, Bill seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 7, town board to approve the invoice number 297 in the amount of $6,474.06 from Grant Street Construction Inc. for repairs to the new fire hydrants in the Wards and Water District.
So move. Second. Yeah.
Bill makes the motion, Joe seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, it's carried on 7. Number 8, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the agreement with Paraco in the amount of $5,172.51 for the installation of 1,000-gallon tanks and propane for the new highway garage.
So move.
Discussion.
Bill makes that motion. Mike's discussion.
Tony, we talked briefly about it. You're going to look into possibly moving it out of where it is to a different area, so it's not in the path of traffic.
Well, that's the fuel area.
Okay.
But this is an area that's gonna
it's
get.
the propane, these are propane tanks way in the back.
Okay, so yeah, the other question about that. But
I'll second that.
The White makes, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried 4-0.
Check out our website.
Good night. Town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for sealed bids for the air handler at Napa Filtration.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Bill makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
My motion is carried. If you want to talk about that now or under your concerns, you can do that.
Yeah, sure.
Number 10, town board to rescind the motion approving fleet pump and service roofing to make repairs and replace parts for the Nappaneck sewer plant at the cost of not to exceed $12,610.
Make the motion. Second.
Joe makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 11, town board to approve the fleet pump and service group Inc. to make repairs and replace parts for the Nappaneck sewer plant at a cost not to exceed $16,141.
So moved. Second.
Joe makes the motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 12, town board to approve the hiring of various staff members for Camp Shawangunk Summer Program. This is per the recommendation of the Elmville Warsing Youth Commission hiring committees.
So moved. Second.
Joe makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
You know, list of the hirees who's in the packet.
Correct.
Anybody wants to review
Yeah. Town board to approve the following events for the recreation program. This is just specific to these three at this particular point, this is not for the whole deal. So it's Wings and Warriors, May 18th, Kids Night, and 31st, community baby shower, June.
it? So moved. Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried, 4-0 with an absent. 14, the town board to rescind the motion authorizing Louis Rivera, Recreation Director, to apply for a credit card at Walmart, not to exceed $500. The Recreation Director will be sole signer on the card. That's the rescind that.
So moved. Second.
Bill makes the motion and Mike seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Number 15, town board to approve the Recreation Department to receive a Visa credit card sub-account with a limit not to exceed $500.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes the motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 16, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement with the town of Rochester to receive the sum of $30,000 to assist in the operation and maintenance of the Hogston Pool for the calendar year 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Joe makes the motion, Joe seconds, all in favor? That motion's carried, and I would like to thank the town of Rochester because historically they've given 20,000 and for many years, and this year they're giving 30,000 because they use the pool as well as the town in Warsaw. And, it's not done to do that, but, you know, the program down there is working with Barracudas and a well-used pool, so the money's, spent.
Make a motion. Number 17, town board to approve the payment of $572.16 for 16 hours of remaining vacation hours credited to Mike Yonker as of January 1st, 2024 for the calendar year of 2024. His hourly rate of pay was $35.76.
I'll second that motion.
So Joe makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. And at this point in the meeting, we have, Highway Superintendent. Tony?
I'm good for the next. I think.
Are you sure?
No, don't push
Yeah. All right, Bill Brown?
Spoke with Mike Jetter. He's looking to install the double wheelchair swing at Burnrow Park. If he didn't get it done this week, he was going to have it completed by next week. And we're waiting on the engineer to send us the specs so that the courts can be bid.
Better know that, yes.
Yeah. And completed. Pools are going to be painted within the next couple of weeks. Transfer station rates have been updated on the town website. And there was a meeting this week with Matt Nissen regarding a grant that was received to add an addition onto one of the hangars there for
Flight school,
flight school.
construction.
And that was going to be fast tracked, hopefully. And we also looked at some areas down there for possible consideration for a dog park. Nothing confirmed, just some ideas. That was another possible choice. And that's it.
Okay, John's on. Joe, Steckler.
We had the whole gang down at the Warson Water District this week. The plant was online and running for about 2.5 hours. They did a bunch of tests, basically testing all 3 wells at once, well failure, rotated them between 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, etc. No issues at all. Everything was communicating just fine. I did not get a recap for today, but what I do know is Spectrum was on site to look at installing the software that's needed for the alarm system, which is a crucial point to get approval. So it's nice that they are simultaneously doing what they need to do as the Labella team and SCADA TAM are able to make sure that that's up and running and ready for training for our guys, which would be, I'm hoping, mid next week. Barring any setbacks, they feel comfortable that they would be able to send all the results to New York State Department of Health by the end of the week of the 13th, so 17th, 18th, and keep moving in the right direction. But everything that was supposed to happen has happened. There was no setbacks at all. I was down there quite some time on Tuesday and a little bit yesterday, and everyone was happy with everything was going. So hopefully training goes smoothly and keep things moving there. We mentioned the air handler earlier, the Napanock water. So the air handler basically is a dehumidifier. Because of the chemicals used and the size of the pipes and hardware, it's crucial for the integrity of those pipes and joints to keep them as dry as possible so they don't rust or corrode. And obviously preventative maintenance, ultimately what this is. So that's really the importance to get the bids out there and to get this done as preventative maintenance. Only 2 things I have other than that. Good luck out there with Caterpillars and go Knicks. Hopefully we close out tonight.
Rich, the grand opening is coming soon.
What, the Caterpillars?
Yeah.
It's online.
Save that for 2 weeks.
Steve Bradley plant. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. When do you think it's gonna happen? Sure. Well, the skater was an issue for quite a while, right? So, we're trying to be back. So, probably it should be. No,
Will there be a commissioning ceremony? We cut a ribbon already. We did a ground. Thanks very much.
I think this is the time for Mike.
Okay, I don't have much tonight. Building department is starting to get very busy with permits. It's that time of the year for projects coming up. Please just be patient. We're some cases where it might be out 2 weeks. Get your information as soon as you can completed. Try to follow the application process because that's really what holds things up is when you're missing information, you come into the building department. We are still under a burn ban in the state till May 14th. There was a big brush fire at Danville that was not caused by anybody illegally burning. It basically was a tree took down a main wire at Central Hudson and created about a 4-acre brush fire. At the call, I did speak to the rangers and they did bring up the fact that conditions right now are starting to ripen for some pretty big fires. The undergrowth and the bedding is finally starting to dry up. More rain we had and the humidity being so low, we stand a chance for brush fires again. This is worst time of the year for any of us. So just please hold off on your open burning. Again, you don't want to have fines and also taking the risk of somebody dying. Last thing I have is just a reminder, June 1st is the 100th anniversary for the Cohasset Fire Department. They have a marching parade, a bunch of different truck companies and Fire, police, ambulance will be there for a parade, kicks off at 1 o'clock, Eager Thompson. Be a great day, music, a lot of fun. Stop by and, just come out and have a good time, be a great day. Again, that's the 1st of June at 1 o'clock, I'll say it again in our next meeting. And that's all I have to see, Mr. Supervisor.
Terry, one thing before you start, just want to recognize, the team of people that put up the hometown hero banners that I think look phenomenal. Cassie Spore, Charlie Dishon, and a big shout out to Jim Hornbeck for donating his equipment, his time, and his employees. I think they look great, and, it's a beautiful addition, to pay tribute to our locals
Also Dan Santiago.
and Santiago as well. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, those banners are looking good out there, and the teamwork that they put, for the people that put that together can't be commended enough, and it's nice to see, these banners on the street of people that have served the country. Speaking to that, this, on the next meeting on the 16th, we're gonna recognize Kenneth Baxter Senior on his 107th birthday. I believe his birthday's the 18th.
Yep.
We're gonna honor him on his 102nd birthday and make May 18th Kenneth Baxter Day. And as well as recognize his veteran participation. During World War I.
He's the oldest living veteran in the town of Warson.
So that's gonna be a nice night if you wanna come to the meeting or come through Zoom and watch the meeting. It'll be a pretty nice honor for him. And let's see, the June 1st, Mike was talking about the June 1st Bronson, that's the 100th anniversary, right?
Yes, sir.
So, I don't think we need a motion, but Tony and I have been talking, they are requesting to use the trailer bed for the reviewing stand, they're gonna put the band on that, so. We'll put that together and get that down there in the proper time frame, and they're gonna have, Main Street closed off that day, so we'll have to close that off.
Yeah. We're supposed to we can.
Okay, and Tony will work with that on the county. And, we'll work with, Steve Stevens, who's the, fire chief down there, and Mr. Pugh, who's, the two of them are organizing this with, the town and Tony. And, so again, that's, if you're in town or around the town on that day, stop down there for the activities and festivities of that parade. We're gonna have, food afterwards, I believe that the.
There'll be vendors there with food and music.
It'll be a nice day. I'd like to thank the board members for getting involved, because sometimes not everybody does get involved, and right here we have 3 board members tonight that are involved with the building department and the water and sewer, and those involved with recreation, transportation. I just want to commend the board members for doing some of those things. And right now, during this time of year, the building department is busy as heck. Getting inspections out there, camps are opening up, plus individual homes that maybe haven't been addressed in the past or getting addressed. The assessor's real busy. I was talking to Renee today, the exemptions, he's been working pretty diligent when he's staying over, and she was here quite late last night, and just to get this done. And Parks and Recreation Department's working good, and this is the time to push to get employees for the summer program at the school. And we've added the senior program, as people do know, and Parks, Bill and I and Michael Jetter and a number of people are, activating, or not activating, but organizing the expenditures and getting some of the equipment in the Burnwood Park for that 400,000 total budget. It's broken down into 100,000 given or provided by each village in the town, and 75 in actual dollars, and 25 in kind work, and the county's given 100 each to the town and village, but everything's going towards that park improvements and playground equipment and the courts and drainage. As much as we can get out of it, that's, we're looking at maybe lighting too right now. This induction lighting, which is probably better than LED, we're looking at that for about 40,000, if we put that in, right? which would actually light the ball fields as well as the playground buildings. So that's something we started, you know, you were awarded the grant last year from the county. And right now, we're in the process of, completing that work. The airport, Bill was talking about that a little bit. As far as, well, we had a meeting with Matt Nissen the other day, which was a good meeting. And over the years, I don't know how many years has it been built, but they were thinking about a flight school for the last 5 or 8, 6, 7, 8 years.
8 or 10 years.
And it was $400,000 or $500,000, and typically the FAA pays 90% of any improvement that goes down there. If there's a taxiway improvement, the town pays 10%. So, you know, the residents should know that 90% of this is paid by the federal government. As far as the dog park idea, the town board has looked at about Mango Park, haven't made any decisions. We're still gathering information. There are some concerns about, you know, residential neighborhoods or nursery school there. There's been a lot of people, if people go to behind ShopRite by the airport on Airport Road, people walk their dogs there all the time. And Bill and I were at a meeting, what, 2 days ago? We have a little, you know, aerial view of the airport and hospital area and Schrade property and, you know, the new Crestville property. And there is about 8.39 acres of town land that's not really in the flight zone or the aeronautical use. There's also about 2.29 acres adjacent to that, so we could possibly make maybe a 4-acre, you know, situation there, or whatever. But we're just in the beginning stages of looking at that. And there's already some benches and tables down there and different. It's a good thing because it's kind of an open space area, which is nice to do, and you shouldn't have it in an area that's interested in it. But, so we're still working on that scenario, and that, I guess, is all we have to talk about tonight. So I have a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Mike, you're gonna make a motion to adjourn.
Do it. What is
And Joe seconds it? No, I think Bill doesn't want to do it yet.
No,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Thank you, everybody. For
Thank
coming
you
out.
for coming out.
Terry, we're getting-
You want to let me?
Ron, can you-
Can't be for all.